Let's continue on with our discussion of cuts and relays by adding a runner to the equation. We're going to see a runner now on first base, which changes our mentality as a defense. Whereas before we were looking to take chances, we were looking to be aggressive, now we want to limit the damage and keep this runner from advancing to third base. We want to think a base ahead. That's where our cut needs to go on a single. With the guy on first base, we are giving up second base. It's very unlikely that we're going to cut that runner down at second base. So where does our throw need to go? Well, it needs to go to third base, and so that's where our cut is going to line up. Now, whose job is it to be the cut, and what are the responsibilities of our other defensive players? Well, let's take a look. On a single to right field, we want to have every base covered. So our second baseman is going to move to cover second base. The throw is not going to second base. Like we said before, we're giving up that bag. There was a guy on first, there's a single to the outfield. We're not cutting that guy down. What we do need to do is prevent him from getting to third base. At the very least, if he's headed to third base, then we need to get that throw there to the bag to make a play on the runner trying to advance. So that's what we are doing here. Our shortstop is coming down to be the cut. We want the longest throw to be made by the outfielder. So the shortstop needs to be closer to third than he is to the outfielder. As the ball is coming in from the outfielder, the right fielder in this case, the third baseman is letting him know what he wants him to do with that throw. The language that we use here is cut and then the action. For instance, cut 3 for a cut throw that will be then cut to third base. Cut 2, cut 1, or cut hold. If the third baseman wants to have that ball sail all the way through to the bag, he's going to say, let it go. We want to be in constant communication with each other on the field. We don't want a silent moment. We want to give as much direction as possible. So in this case, the ball comes in from the right fielder. The third baseman at this point would be saying, cut 3, because that's where the throw would ultimately go. Now, if our runner gets too far around second base, our third baseman could always yell, cut 2, in which case our shortstop would cut the ball and directly fire it to second base, hoping to catch the runner a little too far around the bag. That's where we do encourage that aggressive mindset on this play. We've got a center fielder there to back up the play, so it's a low-risk throw for us. Likewise, our right fielder, after making the throw, starts to move up to back up the potential throw to first base. Our left fielder starts coming in towards the infield because if there's ever a rundown situation, then he would be there to assist. On a single anywhere to the outfield, it's very important that the first reaction of the pitcher be to back up the next bag, in this case, third base. Where he is located behind third base is dependent entirely on where the ball is hit to the outfield. In this case, on a ball hit directly to right field, he needs to be here, directly in line with the throw. He needs to be deep. The whole goal is to keep that runner at second base. On a ball hit to center field, the same principles apply. Our shortstop will be the cut. The shortstop needs to be closer to third than he is to the outfielder. The outfielder needs to make that throw through the shortstop's head. The third baseman is letting the shortstop know exactly what he wants done with that throw, whether to have it cut or to let it go. Our pitcher is in his backup position in line with the throw and deep, so he can read the throw left or right. In this case, the third baseman would have been yelling, cut 3, cut 3. The runner came around second base and attempted to try to make it to third, so there was a play at the bag. Then finally, we have a ball hit to left field. Nothing changes in terms of our philosophy. Our shortstop is still going to be the cut. The shortstop puts himself in line to receive the ball from the left fielder, with our goal being to cut down the runner from getting to third base. Everybody else is in a backup position or covering a bag. The pitcher is backing up the throw in line and deep. Our center fielder was moving towards left because that's where the single was hit, and our right fielder is in a backup role. Should this throw be made towards second base, our right fielder will be there in a backup position. As soon as our center fielder realizes that the throw is being made to third base and the play has been made by our left fielder, his job is to move over and assume a backup position for a potential throw to second base. Hopefully we nail that runner at third base and we catch some momentum in the game. These are the basic responsibilities for our Arabian players, with a man on first, single anywhere to the outfield.